Fisher, favorite. I think, if Klecker was in this, you could have had an interesting debate because he beat him in the 10K. But I think people would still say, all right, the body of work with Fisher outweighs that. I mean, the big question here is Chelimo made the last four teams, the US. Where does he fit in? Has not had a fast race at all this year. But we can get to that with the picks. I have Fisher as the favorite.
Yep, Fisher's my favorite too. Um, don't really have anyone close to him. It would have been Klecker based off the 10K, but it's crazy that you would like a year ago or even like 6 months ago, it would have been like co-favorites between Fisher and Chelimo, right? Like we would have been on like Chelimo's still the guy. Fisher's just the new guy coming together. They're gonna go 1-2, similar to like a Hopple Murphy thing. But Chelimo's season has not been favorite worthy. So Fisher has a complete control over that, you know, position of being the true number one going into this race.
All right. I hate to say the word, but I will say it. Who is your sleeper?
Who's my sleeper? Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to go crazy and say like Paul Chelimo's my sleeper to piss you off. I'm not going to do that, even though, you can
I
make an
mean,
argument.
nobody's talking about that guy.
um, so there's like I think, okay, this is going to sound, there's like the sexy sleeper and then like the non sexy sleeper. The sexy sleeper is someone like Abdihamid Nur because obviously he had a great indoor season. Something happened to him in that NCAA 5K that we're now kind of like off the Nur train. If Nur would have won that 5K, we would have been like not 5K, the 10K. If Nur would have won that 10K,
Right,
we
right.
would have been like all in on like, whoa, Nur's coming. He's in the best shape of his life. And he just has like that vibe. He has like that Mo Farah type style of running where he feels like he always has a new gear and always covers every move that people attack him at. Um, but then the non sexy sleeper pick, which I've never picked this runner to like as a sleeper. I've never picked him actually to like be top three at the USA's. I think the ultimate sleeper is someone like Connor Mance. No one is
Oh
thinking about
man.
Connor Mance. He's
Uh,
very consistent
that was my pick.
and
See, now,
he was your
how do you
pick.
get some sleepers right? How do you understand the definition of sleeper on some events and then not others? This is so frustrating.
But yeah, Connor Mance, I think
This
no one
pod is
is.
not going to survive the weekend. We're doing four in a row. This is not going to survive the weekend.
And I think the reason why is like no one looks at Connor Mance as a great kicker, but he actually is. It's just like he doesn't portray speed as well as say like a Chelimo portrays it or Tier or Nur or Hawker. But Mance
Yeah,
is
I agree with that.
fast. He just doesn't look fast, but he is fast. And I think he could surprise people and find a way to get third.
Yeah, I had him. I'm not going to rehash that. I think I picked him a sleeper for the 10K too, so I just ran that back. But you have a lot of uncertainty here because Tier being in there, does he do it? Hawker, does he do it? I think it's an ultimate backup plan for Hawker. I wouldn't expect him to do it, but if he did, it wouldn't be crazy for him to get in the mix. And then of course you have the heavy Bowerman presence. McGordy made it in the 10. Anytime someone makes it in the 10, you got to consider them someone to watch in the 5. On a lighter note though, Cole, can you pull up the status of entries for the 5,000 one more time? And then zoom in real tight just on the people's names and not the affiliation. Is it a way to zoom that tight? Because I'll tell you, I got really confused when I saw this person's name um, on the start list before I went over. Yeah, keep going down, and then I want you to stop. Keep going right there. Oh, the one above Evan Jager. You know who that person is? Nicholas Young.
Yeah, Nico Young.
Yeah, for a minute I thought Swaggy P. I thought we were gonna have a Nick Young experience at Hayward Field. I've never seen it written out as Nicholas Young. I hadn't. I did not know that was his full name. So that was fun.
You thought his real name
Anyway,
was Nico?
I don't know. I
You
guess I
thought
never
his
really thought much.
parents were like, "We're naming our
Well,
child Nico"?
why not? Go for it. I know his is Lex Alexio or something, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah, so they named them that way. No, I just had never seen it written out as Nicholas, and then I obviously thought Hoops and Nick Young. Okay, my pick: Fisher, Kincaid, Emmanuel Bohr. Emmanuel Bohr barely missed out on the 10,000 team. Turned over his shoulder, lost momentum, fell. McGordy passes him. He's better in the 5,000, Gordon. Bohr is getting back on the team. Kincaid is getting on the team after that side stitch that ruined his 10,000 chances. So Fisher, Kincaid, Emmanuel Bohr.
If Cooper Tier's running, does Cooper Tier finish in that top 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he fresh?
No,
Fresh
he's coming
Cooper
off the
tier?
no, he's coming off the 15.
Oh, no. The meet's too short. I don't think he'd be able to pull off the double.
Okay. I'm
Those
going
three
with
guys are
Fisher.
that's a legit top three.
Yeah. I mean, Emmanuel Bora was almost on the 10K team. I'm going with
That's what I'm
Fisher.
saying. And he's
Yeah. Fisher 1. 2, Cooper Tier if he runs. 3, Joe Klecker if he rescinds his scratch, but he's
okay, come
not.
on.
But
What's
Joe
the
Klecker
pick?
would have got
What's the
3rd.
pick?
4th, Paul Chelimo. And then 5th, Emmanuel Bora. So really, it goes
I'm
Fisher,
picking Chelimo.
Tier, Chelimo, Bor. Tier being the kind of will you not. So I'm going 4 deep just to account for if Tier doesn't run. But Fisher, Tier, Chelimo, Bor is my big 4.
So I like that you're picking Chelimo. It's a homer pick, but I like it. But there's gonna be at least one, man, this person barely ran this year, or they had no signs that they're gonna make a team. And then we're gonna be like, yeah, but they had made a bunch of teams in the past. Why did we pick against them? There's gonna be at least one of those, probably one on the men and one on the women's side of things throughout this weekend. So I like it from that perspective. You're putting a marker down on that event.